Alex Hornbrook, and co-chair of the Democratic National Convention, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker.
Good evening, everyone.
Om samani vahaku otis samana hridayani vaha samana vastu vo manoyata avassu sahasati.
Executive Director Chair.
Good evening. To pass the gavel to co-chair Senator Cory Booker.
All right, the third session of the 49th Quadrennial National Convention of the Democratic Party will now come to order. Let's party with a purpose.
Please welcome Priest Sri Rakesh Bhatt and Bishop Leah Daughtry.
Aku samani. Listen, let our mind vadahi asotoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya.
Hello, everybody. There is something going on with this Indian priest. I don't know what is going on, and I do not want to find out right now. So let's just say hi to everybody. Welcome to everybody. Great watch party, lots of guests. Thank you, John. I've been blessed with a great audience. Hello to Tad and to Deborah.
In the book of Isaiah 58 and 12, some of you will rebuild the ancient ruins. You will restore the foundations laid long ago. You shall be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of streets in which to dwell. Let us pray.
Okay, so they're going to do a prayer, and I am going to play my intro because I love it and I don't want to forget to play it. We'll be right back.
I'm a gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Bryson, why they mad? Cause I'm real and they be faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting, Bible reading, God believing, truth speaking American. This MAGA season, Democrats committing treason. I know they think it's sweet, but you don't know who you dealing with. This for free thinkers only, you ain't got no membership. They free, General Flynn, out the cage, cause he innocent. Barton Roger Stone, cause the run know that he innocent. We need to kick out every single illegal immigrant. Mandatory voter ID laws we need to implement. Tell Justice Smollett that I know this MAGA country. Tell China we know they...
Okay, so we got all that. Okay, perfect. Right there. Okay. Let's see who else is here. Hi, San Diego. And hello to everybody in the chat. Tonight, we will not be streaming from Vern's channel because Joe and Fran's show is going to be on tonight. So I am only streaming from my channel. So just putting that out there. If you want to see all the political stuff and join us, you would have to catch it from my channel only this time around. So this is going to be a watch party. Going to hang out, have fun. I'm going to put the link in the chat. And I'm going to see if I can pin it to the top. So give me 1 second.
May we build the old waste places. May we raise up the foundations of our future so that in generations to come, we shall be called the repairers of the breach and the restorers of streets in which to dwell. Because we ask it in your name, we declare that it is so. And all of God's children say, amen.
It's crazy how they do all these prayers and stuff, but they're not real Christians. They don't believe in God. Like Gigi was
Please
saying the
welcome
other
Moreland
day.
Arts and Health Sciences Magnet School 3rd and 4th graders to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, Pledge of Allegiance. This is what I love. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please welcome 2019 Minnesota Teacher of the Year, Jess Davis, to sing our national anthem.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to sing by myself.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red and glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and of the brave?
Please welcome Democratic National Committee Chair Jamie Harrison and the officers of the Democratic National Committee.
Hello, hello. So my friends, for the past 3.5 years, I'm fortunate to have worked with some amazing Democrats to strengthen and rebuild this Democratic Party. Please welcome to the stage several of our DNC officers. Vice Chair, President of the ASDC, and Chair of the Minnesota DFL, Ken Martin.
So the link is pinned up to the top of the chat. If anybody wants to join, you can come ahead and join.
Bottoms. Vice Chair Henry Munoz. Treasurer Virginia McGregor. And you all know him from last night, the famous roll call star, our Secretary, Jason Ray. Fellow delegates, we now ask that you approve 3 honorary resolutions conveying our appreciation for those in Chicago who have set the stage for this convention's success. Our first resolution thanks the great city of Chicago its mayor, governor, host committee, and residents for their unwavering dedication to organizing this historic convention. Our second resolution thanks the first responders who are working to protect every citizen and visitor of the Windy City. Our third and final resolution thanks the federal delegation of Illinois, its 14 U.S. representatives, and Senators Durbin and Duckworth for their continual support of the convention. We move that the convention approve these honorary resolutions. Delegates, you have heard the motion to approve these honorary resolutions. Is there a second? All in favor, please say aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, and the motion is passed.
Friday will be interesting. Kennedy to announce he's dropping out and supporting Trump. Trump has a rally in Phoenix a few hours later. Interesting, Deborah. Very interesting. Friday.
All right. All right. All right, y'all. Welcome to night 3.
This guy looks evil
And
for some
tonight
reason. I don't know what it is.
About freedom. But first, I want to acknowledge a loss today. A man who always fought for freedom. Today, we lost Congressman Bill Pascrell, who passed away early this morning. Now, he's a Jersey legend. He is a powerful
I'm happy someone thanked the
pugilist,
first
a prince
responders instead of
Patterson.
defund the
He
police.
served in our state assembly. He served
Yeah, I agree, San
as
Diego.
our mayor. And for 27 years, he served in Congress. He never forgot where he came from in Patterson. And he never stopped fighting. He could push some pachyderms. He fought for the people. And so today, while we're heartbroken, we all are a people who can hold loss and joy in our hearts because we are sad for his loss, but we celebrate his life. Let's give him a round of applause.
Okay.
And
So
now,
while that's going on,
now,
I do have a couple of things
some
that I
of the
wanted to
greatest
show you
heroes,
guys.
some of
So I will keep my eye on this. But hi, John. Okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on the DNC, but I wanted to show you guys my Twitter feed for a second. Some things that were also from last night. Okay, good. So there's commercials. I'm gonna share this tab instead. So some things from last night that I wanted to talk about. So here goes my Twitter feed, guys. All right. So if anybody knows these conservative like influencers or people who have talk shows like Candace Owens and like the whole Daily Wire and stuff like that, if you don't know, Google them. I used to watch them when Candace used to be on their show, right? But ever since, they took her off. Let me see. Is this better? Okay, perfect. So ever since they took Candace off of the Daily Wire, I stopped watching the Daily Wire. So I follow Candace on her YouTube, Twitter, everything, right? But Matt Walsh is one of my other favorites that I would continue watching if he wasn't a part of the Daily Wire, but he's still a part of it. But anyways, he showed up at the DNC, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. Look how funny this dude is. Undercover Matt Walsh walking around in the background of a CNN interview with Schumer at the DNC just made my day. Look at this guy.
The more they see her, the more they're going to like her. I saw what she did in the Senate. We served together for 4 years. She cared about families. She could work with all kinds of people, and she was effective in getting things done. One of the things she pushed, which we succeeded in, was $35 insulin for senior citizens. Now we're going to get it for everybody.
What's your response when Trump takes credit of that?
Trump takes credit for so many things he doesn't do.
So you see in the
and
background
gets
with the
blame
red hat?
for a lot of things
That's
he does
Matt
do.
Walsh.
He's lost his bearings, as we can see day by day. The
Oh
more
my
they
God,
see
that
her,
is
the more they're going to like
hilarious.
her.
Oh my goodness. Let's see if we could get a real close look. Okay, so you see him walking right here with the red hat, right? And he has a wig on with a man bun, and there he goes. Boom. He's walking around there on purpose, right there. Right there in the middle. Oh, this is funny. Hello, Thrifty. Thanks for joining. We are doing a watch party, of course, but I'm showing my Twitter feed right now. So I was just talking about Matt Walsh. He went undercover and he went to the DNC. That is something I would do. That is something that I would do. Something else that I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so here goes my. All right. So this one is a little bit more disturbing. So this tweet says they are murdering American citizens in broad daylight outside of the DNC. If we were a serious country, we would send in the National Guard to shut it down and lock these serial killers up. And I do know that we have very different views. I mean, I know that people are not everybody's gonna agree on this, right? But this is something that I do agree with. And so right now, outside of the DNC, they have these Planned Parenthood buses. And unfortunately, somebody can go in there and get a free abortion. And so this is what the Democrats are running on. And I wanted to highlight this a little bit more. How important it is that we start talking about what Planned Parenthood is really about. The origins of Planned Parenthood, the eugenics part of it, how they target low-income communities and minority groups of women. And so this is the video that I wanted to show you. This is what's going on. In a bus. I mean, the clinics were bad enough, but it's like you can just go up there and get, well, most likely the abortion pill, which they give you 2 pills, and you can get rid of your pregnancy.
It's like, why just not create the right seats? All they had to do was increase the zone where the journalists could work and set the seats back a little further, and then everyone would have been fine.
And men can get a vasectomy on the bus. That's crazy, right? In my opinion, this is insane. This should not be happening outside of a political convention. And it's like they're turning it political. You know what I mean? They're turning it into that. And unfortunately, I just don't like that. I don't like that at all. That should be a very personal thing. And you know, in some states, you can do the limits are different. So in the state of Florida, you would have, I think there's like a 15-week ban. Some other states are like a 5-week ban, and I think we should abolish it altogether. This is why I talk about those things. Like, I'm an abolitionist. I feel like I'm, Christian nationalist when it comes to social issues in the community. I would abolish something like abortion. I want to abolish slavery. I want to abolish lots of different things. You know what I mean? But that's where that started from, was the abolition of slavery. And so they connect those two things a lot. And if you ever see those like debates on the street when they're talking to people in the street, it's a YouTube channel called Abolition Rising. And those are the people that I watch. Okay. I'm keeping my eye on my other tabs, so nobody important is up right there or anybody that I recognize. So we are good to go. Okay, so back to my feed. The next thing that I wanted to show you was this good point that this guy made on this news panel on CNN. And this tweet is from Charlie Kirk. Democrats have controlled the White House for 12 of the last 16 years, and somehow it's still all Trump's fault. And this is exactly how I feel about last night.
In all these speeches, as good as they were, is that she's in the White House right now. Democrats have controlled the White House for 12 of the last 16 years. And for all of the talk about division and the problems in the country and people are hurting, Democrats have mostly controlled this country. Trump had it for 4. The Obamas and Biden had it for the rest of the time. And somehow it's still all Trump's fault. And somehow she hasn't been at the center of it. So to me, that's still the glaring hole in this campaign that hasn't yet been solved at the convention. How do you explain all of the problems that will be solved by the person who is currently in there for the last 3.5 years, who is supposed to already be working on solving it. But
So there you go. That clip to me was like everything that we were saying. They are in office right now, and yet they are still trying to campaign on the fact that we're going to fix X, Y, and Z, and this is why Trump is bad, Trump is evil. We didn't see not one chart, not one graph, nothing talking about real issues. And that's my thing. San Diego says, let's see here. I wonder if Gary Franchi from the Next News Network is still around. Josh Burstein hosted the show on occasion, but was suspended. Word taken out of context, and they banned Josh's channel. Oh, I don't know these people. Okay, I'm gonna look this up when I'm done here. Deborah says James O'Keefe crashed DNC. Will release video tomorrow. Maybe we'll find out what's really going on. She hasn't seen Frenchie lately, San Diego. Okay. Yep. All right, but this is my Twitter. This is how I get my news and information. So right here, you see this meme? This is exactly another thing we talk about. So the top says July 2024. The economy is great under Biden, right? Because everything's fine, everything's great, no problem at all. And then now in August, Kamala's going to fix the economy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just so retarded. San Diego says it's like when Bush was being blamed even for the BP oil spill 2011. Okay. Yep. Let me see if there was something else I wanted to share. Okay, that was a Hillary Clinton. This was about the abortions. Somebody said that on Twitter, 25 abortions were already performed, and that is very sad. Very sad. Okay, so this clip right here that I'm going to show, let me put it full screen. And this tweet comes from I Meme, Therefore I Am. And it says, watch as Steve Cortez attempts to get a Venezuelan migrant into the DNC. The Democrats, who allowed millions of illegal immigrants to cross our borders, refuse to let a single migrant from Venezuela enter their convention without an ID or proper credentials. So this is really a really good watch.
Hey, Steve Cortez here on the west side of Chicago, Democratic National Convention at United Center. The Democrats, of course, want open borders and want an endless stream of illegal migrants pouring into the United States. This is my new acquaintance, Edwin. Say hello.
My name is Edwin. Nice to meet you.
Edwin is from Venezuela. And we're going to take Edwin into the DNC so that he can meet the Democrats who want open borders. He should meet his new friends, hear the speakers, and learn about the Democratic Party. So, Edwin, let's head in, shall we?
Excelente.
Right. This is Edwin from Venezuela, migrant, invited in by the Democratic Party. He'd like to come into the Democratic Convention.
You have to get your credentials. Yep, you have to go to Jackson.
Yep. Wait, you mean he needs credentials and permission to come in to get past the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a border wall in a way, huh?
Yeah. You have to have ID, credentials.
Okay. To come to the United States?
No.
Not to come to the United States. Okay, but to come to the Democratic Convention.
Here, baby.
Okay. You believe in security. You believe in securing the boundary. Edwin can't come in.
That's all I know.
I commend you on guarding this border. You're doing it very effectively, folks. Good morning. Hi there. We would like to get some credentials for Edwin. Come on, Edwin. Edwin is from Venezuela. So we tried to get Edwin into the convention. He's a migrant from Venezuela. No organization, just American. And he's a migrant from Venezuela. Wanted to get to the convention. We figured that they would love to have a migrant from Venezuela come in. They said we need the credentials. So we're here to get the credentials. Okay. Has anyone filled out an application? So you have to, there's a process in the application. He didn't have that at the border. Okay. I have my own personal visa list, but right now I'm okay. So I'd ask you to turn the camera off. Just to be clear, we have been ejected from the DNC credentialing office because we're not permitted to be here. We don't have permission. We didn't go through the application process. It seems like the United States would use similar rules about crossing the U.S. border. DNC doesn't believe in that, but they do believe in it for their own convention. This is Edwin. He's from Venezuela. He's a migrant. Democratic Party wants an endless stream of migrants into America. So I'd like him to go and meet his political friends, listen to the speeches, and come in the Democratic convention. Well, you're laughing. He's allowed to come to the United States without identification or permission. Can he come into the DNC?
I don't think the Secret Service is going to go for it. No.
They're not going to go for it? Well, they went for it at the border.
Well, maybe he can get credentials.
Stop. How can we help you, sir? We'd like to get Edwin in. The Democratic Party invited him into America from Venezuela. We'd like to get Edwin in to meet his Democratic friends.
Now,
Do you need credentials to go in the United States?
We're done. We're done.
Do you need credentials to go in the United States? So we do need credentials here to get past this heavily armed barrier. Well, Edwin, Kamala Harris has an open border. You're allowed in America. You're not allowed into her party. Oh, well, Edwin, we tried. 2 gates, credentials, 0 for 3. That's a strikeout in BS, see? Today strikes. We're out.
Podría haber una diferencia.
Same incorrect. Same incorrect.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that, chat? Anybody in the chat who would like to give their opinion about that? After I saw that, I was like, great video. Great video. Because that's exactly what's happening at the southern border. You can come over here. You don't need an ID, no credentials, no nothing. You can just bypass all the security, come into this country illegally. But if you try to go to the DNC without credentials, if you try to do anything else in life, they're going to give you a hard time. They're going to give you the runaround. But that's the reality, right? Tonight's DNC keynote speaker. You see, this is why I love Twitter, is because they give you the truth in memes, and it's the best way to share it, retweet it. And sometimes I look at it with a little bit of humor, but at the same time, it is a serious subject and it's not funny. But yeah, it's just the truth. All right. So that's my Twitter feed, some of the things that I wanted to share. That's my page if anybody was interested. I have the same handle on all social media networks. It's at New Yorican. So if you want to go to Twitter, you can find me there. And now I am going to share the DNC again. I'm going to just see what they're talking about for a few seconds, and then I'll get to the chat.
In 2022, Democrats didn't just run on reproductive freedom, we won on reproductive freedom. And in 2024, we are coming back to the polls to finish the job. In his devastating opinion, Justice Alito wrote that women are not without electoral or political power. And Donald Trump and Republicans are about to find out just how true that is. The opportunity is before us. The power is in our hands, and the time is now.
Please welcome President and CEO of Voto Latino, Maria Teresa Kumar.
Okay, here we go. Like Lucy said, identity politics. So let's see what the Latinos have to say.
Hello, Chicago! Here's a fact. When Latinos vote, Democrats win. Now, not everyone believes it, so I brought receipts. We flipped Nevada and Colorado in 2008. We delivered in 2020. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won Georgia by 12,000 votes. Voto Latino, we registered 23,000 voters there.
Okay, I think Jimmy might hop on. And we're going to play a video from Jimmy, so I'll just wait a few minutes for
by
him to hop on.
10,400 votes. We registered 34,000 voters there. Because we proved that when Latinos vote, Democrats win.
All right, I'll get to the chats real quick. Deborah says, I miss the good old days when everyone was on YouTube. Now they get kicked off and go elsewhere. Yeah, like Rumble and stuff like that. All Josh said was prosecute to the fullest extent of the law, and Right Wing Watch twisted Josh's words and said he issued a death threat to Omar. Oh, wow. Deborah says effective video. Yeah, really effective. San Diego, allowing them in just to get their vote, but would probably throw them under the bus. Yep. Fit C Web says tonight's keynote speaker is the Baphomet. Oh my god, I don't even know how to pronounce the demon's name. Yes, that's a meme. Still pushing the depopulation, aren't they? Yeah. Thrifty says Edwin should be there. So unfair. Yeah, exactly.
This year, more Latinos will vote than any time in our history. So that means, sí se puede, se está haciendo, sí se puede. So that means that together, we will make history and elect Kamala
She needs to
Harris
loosen that
president.
necklace. Damn, I feel like I'm getting choked out.
Don't know why, but I feel like
My name is Scott from Tennessee. I'm a former Trump voter.
My name is Matthew. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'm a former Trump voter.
My name is
Oh,
Mike.
here we go.
I live in southeastern Pennsylvania, and I am a former Trump voter.
The main reasons why I won't support Donald J. Trump for president again starts with his chaotic behavior.
Doesn't care about me. Doesn't care about my family. Doesn't care about working people.
34 counts, felony counts that he was found guilty of. That's not who we want running our country.
Hi,
Scares
please.
the hell out of me.
King Adal says
2024
Jesus said
will
keep
be
on
the
the watch.
first
That's
time
why
that have
I watch what's
not
happening
voted for a
politically.
Republican.
Is
I
that
will
a
be
sin?
proudly voting
No.
for Kamala Harris.
Tackling Kamala and lying Biden lied to us about 818,000 jobs.
Please welcome New York Representative Tom Suozzi.
I'm Tom Suozzi, and early this year, I flipped the seat from red to blue. My father came from Italy as a boy. He was the first kid in the neighborhood to go to college. He served as a navigator during World War II, came home, and at 28 was elected the youngest judge in the history of New York State. What a country. The immigrant experience, e pluribus unum, out of many, one. My family's experience, Kamala Harris's experience, the American experience. That's why the polarization on immigration is so painful. Let's be clear, the border is broken. But this year, when Democrats and Republicans worked together to finally write new border laws, we were blocked.
Really quickly, I'm also going to have another tab with Joe and Fran's show because they are going to go live really soon and I want to see what they're doing as well. So I have like 4 tabs here. But if anybody wants to jump on here, I'll definitely, mute the DNC and then we'll just hang out. John says, wait till they find out that Kamala Harris doesn't care about them. Exactly. All right. Let's come back over here. And really, I'm just waiting for Jimmy. So I will wait for Jimmy, and then we're going to play a video that Jimmy just posted on his channel. And then I don't know who's going to be speaking tonight. If anybody knows who's speaking tonight, let me know in the chat because I didn't look up the speakers and I already know that they're going to leave them for last. So I don't know if I'll probably come back. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stream again when they come on. Well, it depends. It depends. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Cross party lines to secure our border, to treat people like human beings, and to move our country forward.
Yes, Thrifty, because I got to support Joe and Fran. So I'm going to leave my tab open watching them. I'll probably put it on my tablet too so they could have the views. Oh, I do know that John Legend is supposed to be here performing. So, oh, okay, they have a commercial of their own. All right. So I guess we'll just hang out. I'll just hang out with you guys in the chat. They're doing a commercial. San Diego, I got my first raise during Trump's administration for the first time since 2007. Wow, really? Interesting. We will be here and there and everywhere. Like a Dr. Seuss book. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. It kind of sucks because I want to support Joe and Fran's show. So it's like, I don't know what I should do. Maybe I should just hop off. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. Let me know your opinion in the comments. San Diego, I should try logging onto StreamYard on both channels to see if it works. You would have to have 2 different tabs. And then you would have to either mute and unmute for your commentary, like wherever you want to talk on. And that's kind of hard and distracting. But I think Vern was supposed to have a really nice episode tonight because remember when we did the news segment, he said, oh, you know, this coming Wednesday, I hope you can join us because we're going to have that person that they found in the street. And he said he took a video of it and everything. So I don't know. I might just pop off. Or maybe I can stream their channel here as well. Oh! Okay, it works. I can live stream his stream. Live stream both channels. Okay, I'll only do this until the DNC comes back. Okay, guys. I'm live streaming live. Okay, I'm also in the chat. I love Joe and Fran. You know what I mean? I love it. Yes, Jack. I am too. That's why I'm going to show it. Having their intro.
As a Tibetan refugee, my mom believed deeply in the promise of America. And when I was growing up, she and my dad, who is from India, taught me that when you make a promise, you keep it. For years, politicians came through my city and promised to fix the Brent Spence Bridge, which connects Ohio to Kentucky. Donald Trump was one of them. He did what they all do, press conference here, photo up there, but nothing changed until Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Joe Biden told Cincinnatians, we're gonna fix that damn bridge. And 4 months later, he signed the bipartisan infrastructure law. It gave our city the biggest infrastructure investment in history. It will stitch our communities back together, and it will
Pizza
fix
from
that damn
7-Eleven.
bridge
Oh my God, you're
once and
crazy.
for all.
That's so disgusting, San Diego.
That's
Oh my
what
God.
leadership looks like.
Well, maybe you
Not
have better
hollow
7-Elevens
promises,
over there.
but solid progress. Not lip service, but true, honest to God, public service. And under Kamala Harris, the progress will only continue.
I'm Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson from the great state of Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, keeping promises is important. So is making amends for your mistakes. One of those mistakes happened 60 years ago.
Yeah, but not
in a
from
neighborhood called
7-Eleven, Thrifty.
Bronzeville, brimming with Black music, Black culture, and entrepreneurship. And then came urban renewal and the construction of Interstates 94 and 43, ripping our communities apart. 6th Street was widened and people of color were displaced. Homes destroyed, businesses shuttered, all for a quicker commute. Under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, we're bringing Bronzeville back. With more green space, bike paths, and walkable streets to serve people who actually live there. The music is coming back. The culture is coming back. And thanks to the bipartisan infrastructure law, the opportunities are coming back. It's now my privilege to introduce two Milwaukeeans who know firsthand the power of reconnecting our communities. Rashawn Spivey and Deanna Branch.
I wish we could watch the college football game.
Okay, let me see if I can find that. Oh my God. Chad Prather. Okay, hold on. I'm going on another tab right now. Chad Prather. Okay. 3 red banners. Okay. Is it this, Deborah? It was a short, you said? Ah, yes. Oh, okay, San Diego. Okay, I'm going to see this short that Deborah suggested.
Three red banners, which was for the propagation and building of the social. So back in the 1950s, the Chinese developed a slogan, the 3 red banners, which was for the propagation and building of the socialist state in China. It stood for the People's Commune, the socialist construction, and the Great Leap Forward. Now, if you look around at some things that are going on with Democrats these days, I mean, there's the DNC. I don't know if you see the 3 red. Anyway, it goes back a little ways to this guy right here. That's interesting. Oh, and then when his successors, which was actually Obama 2.0, when they 3 red banners, and look, even C-SPAN got in on it. Interesting stuff. If you just pay attention, it's right in front of you. So
wow. Very interesting. That's crazy. The 3 banners stand for a Chinese agenda. Coincidence? Oh man, yeah, that's a rabbit hole to jump into. Definitely. Wow. I mean, I've heard of that before. And I think that's why Biden has a lot of he has his hands dipped into Ukraine, dipped in with China, and that's why I think it's just so corrupt. A short. Yes, thank you for that suggestion. Thank you.
Please welcome Delaware Representative Lisa Blunt Rochester.
I'm Lisa Blunt Rochester, mother, grandmother, and congresswoman, and hopefully the next senator from the great state of Delaware. The proud home of President Biden. We love you, Joe. In Delaware, we know that when small businesses thrive, communities thrive. We know that when our roads and our bridges are strong, communities are strong. When everyone has a fair shot at a better future, America is limitless. Now, Democrats, we know this, but you know who doesn't know it? Donald Trump. He has, with his friends, said the quiet parts out loud, but not only said them out loud, he wrote a book about it. What's it called? Project 2025.
Oh, come on. Stop with the 2025 stuff. Come on.
Turn our biggest challenges into our greatest and brightest of hope. For me, Bright Hope was the name of a church that my grandmother attended for 70 years in Philadelphia. It's not just a name. It's how I approach my life. It's how I'll lead as Delaware Senator. And it's how Kamala sees the future of America. Now, there are some who think our politics are too broken for Bright Hope. But if you want to see hope,
Agreed, King of Dots.
just look.
Of the
Bright
dots.
Hope is record numbers of Black and brown entrepreneurs starting businesses. Bright Hope is an opportunity economy where we invest in our communities and build affordable housing. Ladies and gentlemen, Bright Hope is 4 words. Madam President Kamala Harris. Are you ready for Bright Hope? Are you ready to fight for our freedom? Are you ready to flip the House, protect the Senate?
I think the only good thing in my life for 2025 will be switching from Pimo to Pomo. Yes, definitely.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Lisa Blunt Rochester, know that name. Know that name. My friend, my sister, and soon to be our senator. I can't wait to work with her in the Senate. But next, we're going to hear more about the ongoing fight
Republicans mind
for
other
reproductive
businesses, yet he
freedom.
installed a statewide COVID
This is a
hotline
fight that
so you could
affects
report your
every
neighbor.
single American.
What a whack job.
No matter
Wow.
where you live, so-called blue states or
Sounds like
red
Nazi
states,
Germany,
if
right?
Donald Trump has his way, he's going to push through their extreme agenda. Project 1825. I'm sorry. I roll that back. I got that wrong.
Oh, come on.
Project 1925. Oh, I'm sorry. Project 2025. That poisonous agenda where every single state will be in a state of crisis. So let's hear
Why don't you
more
just tell us about
from
Agenda
leaders who are
2030?
fighting back.
Freedom means
Close your door.
being able to feel safe.
My choice to vote. The freedom to read what I want to read.
Freedom. Oportunidad para todos.
The freedom to love. Be who I want to be.
I don't know, guys. I have a feeling after watching the DNC that they are doing a lot of things wrong, but like in the right way. So it makes it look like they're doing a lot of things right. They are throwing out all of these buzzwords and phrases and issues that are not real issues because, like I said before, Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025. We already discussed Agenda 47. Like, this is the whole reason why I'm looking at both sides. But they're going to do it anyways. They're going to say that it comes from him anyways. And that's going to be their talking point. They're going to ride on that no matter if it's dead. They're still going to ride on it because they don't care about the truth. We know that. But what I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but day 3 for me, I'm feeling a little bit more convinced that people are actually going to believe this stuff and they're going to vote thinking that this is the truth. And then we have a serious issue. We will have a serious issue because then Kamala will actually have a real chance. Before the DNC, I was saying, oh, I'm super like 100% confident that she'll lose and that Donald Trump would win because they literally tried to kill him in his own rally, right? And that whole like investigation and the hearing and just like the stepping down of the, you know, the CIA, I mean, the Secret Service, you know, the woman that was at the head of it. I thought, man, this is a good thing. She needs to resign. She needs to step down. We need an investigation. We need to get to the bottom of this. Like I thought that we could get like down to the truth of that, and that she probably wouldn't have a chance. And now I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh my God. For 3 days straight, people have been crying in the audience. People have been cheering for lies. And I think I'm a little uncertain of what's going to happen in November. It's a little scary for me. San Diego says that's going to burn itself out, like when they would say, disagree with Obama means you're racist. That hopefully won't last too long. Wow. I didn't even think it could. Oh my
Tonight,
God.
let's talk about freedom, including our most intimate freedom, choosing when and if to have children and have a family. And let's talk about Project 2025, Donald Trump's roadmap to ban abortion in all 50 states. Look, that sounds crazy, but right here on page 562, it says that Donald Trump could use an obscure law from the 1800s to single-handedly ban abortion in all 50 states, even putting doctors in jail. Page 486 puts limits on contraception. Page 450 threatens access to IVF. On page 455, Project 2025 says that states have to report miscarriages to the Trump administration.
Don't put too much into what you're saying at their convention. It's all theater. Real life and what most people are thinking is much different. There's a lot of people there. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot.
You know what? I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to put that in my pocket so I can share it with undecided voters so they better understand what's at stake this election.
I don't agree with none of that anyway, so that's not an issue for
the
me.
entire federal government and bureaucracy into a massive machine. It would weaponize it to control our reproductive and personal
projection
choices.
is one of my favorite new words.
As
They
a
accuse the
Redditor,
other side of
gamer,
things they are going to do themselves.
entrepreneur, and Swiftie from the free state of Colorado.
Wow, do men even have a
I'm
choice if their
excited
female partner
by
has an
Kamala
abortion?
Harris's vision
Nope.
for
And
protecting
I'm in
and
Minnesota.
expanding
Minor
our personal
daughters
freedom,
can get a
internet freedom,
abortion and do not
economic freedom.
have to notify parents.
Democrats
Yep.
welcome
And in Minnesota, you
weird,
see?
but we're not
Oh my
weirdos
God, I hate
telling families who can and can't have kids
putting a blank
who to marry
piece of
or
paper.
how to live our lives. These Project
Yep.
2025 people like Trump and Vance are not just weird, they're dangerous.
They got
They
nothing
want to
to
take
do
us
with it, bro. Come
backwards.
on.
But we aren't going back. Like ever, ever, ever.
Okay, that was corny as hell.
Let's stop Project 2025 and elect Kamala Harris president this November.
Please welcome Florida Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Oh yeah, I've seen her once. I saw her running
Hello, America.
for a website or something.
As a proud Floridian, I bring you a cautionary tale. For the people of my state, Project 2025 isn't just a threat. It's a reality that we battle every day. From the classroom to the emergency room, Governor DeSantis turned Florida into a testing ground for the right's
Trump doesn't
most
support this
egregious,
bozo.
dangerous policies. I
Gross,
can tell
creepy
you
old guy quoting Taylor
firsthand,
Swift. Yep.
it's been devastating for families in my district and across the state. Today in Florida, state policy requires that kids are taught racist lies about so-called benefits of slavery. Books are banned. Teachers are censored. And our LGBTQ plus community endures endless state-sponsored hate. Even a cruel "don't say gay" school law. Today in Florida, as we grapple with record heat and rising seas, extreme MAGA Republicans deleted mentions of climate change from state law.
Oh my God.
Today in Florida, a
Free stuff,
near
big party, and
total
that we
abortion
taxpayers
ban
pay for.
endangers women's health and their lives every day. I keep thinking about a Central Florida woman I met named Deborah. And at 23 weeks pregnant, she got news every future parent dreads. Her baby's kidneys never developed. Doctors told her that not only would her baby not survive, her own health was in danger. Deborah couldn't get the care she needed in Florida, and she couldn't afford to travel hundreds of miles to get it. She had no choice but to carry her son Milo to term, only to watch him die in her arms 2 hours later. This is Project 2025 in practice. It's what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance want. for
Okay,
the
that's
whole
insane what she
country.
just said.
But
So
we're not going to let it happen, are we?
let's discuss, guys, because that was insane. So if the baby didn't have any kidneys and she was forced to carry it to term and watch the baby die, okay, we already know he probably would have died anyways, right? So what you're saying is you would defend the mother being able to kill her own child before it would die naturally, so that she wouldn't have to carry it to term knowing that the baby wouldn't survive and go through the trauma regardless of losing a baby or an unborn child. So you would rather her take it into her own hands and murder it instead of just letting it die naturally, because you already know that the baby is not going to survive. That's why I am so against this, because you should let the circle of life. You should let the food chain, you should let the laws of, the jungle, whatever. The laws of nature. You should not interfere with that. And that's my opinion. Why would you give the authority or permission, or they call it a right, to abort before the natural way of the baby or the mother or whatever? If it wasn't going to survive, why interfere with that? It wasn't going to survive regardless because it doesn't have any kidneys. Then they want to claim all the mother's health. But aren't we advanced enough that the medical industry can help the mother if her health was really in danger, and then try to help the baby survive as comfortably as possible before it passes away? Why do we have to murder it before it's going to die anyways? Why interfere? The point of intervention is what I consider it as murder, because why are you deliberately ending the life of a person before its natural way of life ending? That's my thing.
New York and California. And even in states like Iowa and Nebraska. And we're going to make history by picking up a seat in the state where I was born, Alabama. In 2022, we came within 7,000 votes of the majority. So it's within our power to win these critical races. This election is about our rights, our freedoms, our democracy, and our future. So let's get out the vote. Let's take back the House. Let's make Hakeem Jeffries our next speaker. And let's send Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to the White House. Thank you.
Please welcome Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison.
Friends, I'll never forget when I first saw the video of the murder of George Floyd. I was heartbroken. I was angry. And that morning, my phone rang. And on that line was Governor Tim Walz. Tim Walz felt the exact same way I did. And a few days later, Tim appointed me to prosecute Floyd's murder. Almost a year after that, minutes after the guilty verdict came down, my phone rang again. And it was Vice President Kamala Harris calling to congratulate my team and the work. Now, Kamala and Tim, they understand the legacy of George Floyd. No one is above the law, and no one is beneath it. No one is outside the circle of our compassion. In the Republican Party, everyone thinks they're above the law. Hell, nearly a dozen of their own lawyers are facing serious charges. Even their lawyers need lawyers. These con artists are trafficking in the defective goods of division, exclusion, and fear. And friends, selling defective goods is a scam. And like Kamala Harris, I am an attorney general. And attorney generals know what a scam is when they see it. Like my friend Tish James, for example, from New York. America, we won't be scammed again. We're not going back, we are going forward. And Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are ready to lead us there. I've worked side by side with Tim Walz for 18 years. His office is right across the hall from mine. And I've seen him deliver for the people of the state of Minnesota every day. Everybody knows Minnesota is one of the best states to live in, to raise a family, to do business, and we've got the best voter turnout in America. Facts. Kamala and Tim, they fight for the people, and they also listen. And when they say we need a ceasefire and an end to the loss of innocent lives in Gaza, and to bring hostages home.
Okay, guys, so I was thinking of maybe ending this stream here because there was a lot of good information that I do want to keep for the hour that I was streaming here. And then I might just start a new stream at 9 o'clock because that's when the real speakers that I want to be here for and listen to them. And then maybe I could just stream from like 9 to midnight because that's going to be like super long and I don't want to be here, dying here by myself. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream here. And I'm going to let Jimmy know. I'll just do a new link, a new stream, everything. So I'm going to start a whole new thing at around 9 o'clock. All right, guys? So I will see you guys really, really, really soon. Bye. See you guys later.